Good morning, everybody. Hi, welcome from the Digital Marketing Academy. My name is Irma Karsten, and I'm excited to take you through the session today together with Nelson Kalula. And Nelson, if you could just introduce yourself quickly. Hi there.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Just to reiterate, we're so happy to have you guys here today. My name is Nelson Kalula. I'm a digital marketer here at Shift One Digital, and I'm also a digital trainer at the Digital Marketing Academy. I will be taking you guys through utilizing social media to drive sales, and I'll also be moderating the session today as well. So yeah, thanks, Emma.
Thank you, Nelson. Hi, everybody. We're excited to have you. So together with Google Digital Skills South Africa, the Digital Marketing Academy will take you through building your brand and selling online. So my name is Irma Karsten. I'm a digital marketing strategist and a trainer with Digital Marketing Academy, and I am based in sunny Pretoria this morning. Let us know in the comments where you guys are from. Let us know where you're from. We'd love to see it and what is the weather there. Just so that you know, there is a bit of a delay between us and you. So there's a bit of a 10-second delay, and we will respond to your comments. But thank you. Nelson will moderate the comments for us. Right, so let's have a look there. Today we're going to discuss the importance of having an online presence, as well as the steps that you can take to establish your brand online. So we're going to look at how you can, how to develop your e-commerce offering for those of you who have e-commerce websites. And we'll also discuss top tips for, which Nelson will take us through, top tips to how to utilize social media to drive your sales. Right, so let us just have a look. You are welcome to ask any questions, but let us know. And I see there are a lot of people from Cape Town, Durban, Cape Townians. Hi, welcome. Cold in Cape Town. It's sunny and warm in Pretoria. So I think your cold front is heading our way, but welcome. Right, let us know at the moment, how are you currently marketing your business? What channels do you use? What type of online channels do you use? Oh, we've got someone from Angola. Hi, welcome. Right, so we in the Digital Marketing Academy, we use social media platforms. We use Google My Business. We use email marketing. So what do you use at the moment to market your business? Let us know in the chat. What are you currently doing? And how is it going for you? Let us know. Right, so just remember, there's a little bit of a delay between us and you, but it'll be good to see how you are marketing your businesses. Right, oh, I see a lot of Cape Town people still. Joburg, welcome, guys. Welcome back, or welcome to the session. Right, okay, so while we're waiting for the comments to come in, let us then talk about how to establish your brand online. So think about it, I'm sorry, my slides are just not going where they're supposed to go. So what are the benefits that are, of going online with your business? If we think about using Google Ads, when you use Google Ads, your ads only show up for people who are really looking for what you are offering. So your ads are not showing up to people that are annoyed by your ads, because they can actually see who is offering what they're looking for. They're actually looking for a solution actively. So depending on where you are online, you may have different results, right? So it will be good to know what are you doing currently, so that we can maybe look at a few examples there. Now, let us then have a look. So internet business statistics and the insights that you see on the screen are from statista.com. By the way, it's a fantastic tool. So make a note, statista.com, if you want to go and do some research. Great research tool. Well, according to Statista, more than 1.79 billion people bought goods and services online last year, which is up 1.66 from the previous year. Right, or up from 1.66 the previous year. And 90% of people learn more about a business online than anywhere else. Think about how you learn about a business. Think about how you do research. Where do you find the information that you're looking for? And then by the year 2040, it's estimated that 95% of purchases will be through e-commerce. So we actually cannot afford not to be online. Right, so we're going to give you some of the tips and tricks how to get your business online and in front of the right people. Right, so because businesses use the internet then to buy and sell their products, right? So businesses can buy their own products and stock online too. And one of the basic uses of internet for businesses is to sell products and services. So businesses create e-commerce websites to sell anything from cell phone contracts to books to furniture to fashion. Anything can be sold online. And then online selling eliminates the need for the businesses to actually have brick and mortar shops, which adds to cost, right? And in some cases, they don't have to hold inventory. Think about the drop shipping businesses, where a lot of businesses are making a huge amount of money by just doing drop shipping services. And businesses can also use the internet to buy items, their own items, services online, like bulk buying their office supplies or their printed material. Businesses also use the internet to reach customers. So business owners monitor customer purchasing trends and interests, and discover what everyday people think about a particular product or a service. And business owners can visit online social networking sites and message boards. So, what do businesses then use this feedback for? So taking in the feedback that they get online from their users, is it can help them make their products and services better. So that's why it's very important for you to really listen to what your consumers want and what they are talking about online, and understanding their behavior. Right, so a business owner can also use the internet to connect and communicate with customers through their websites or other social or other online platforms. And also it's to advertise. So businesses use the internet to find new customers through online advertising. Now, there are different ways of advertising, as I mentioned earlier. We'll drill a little bit deeper into that in some of the modules coming up. Not today, though. But think about it. As I mentioned earlier, if you Google something and those ads that appear only appear when you use those specific keywords. So Google ads are very effective to really reach the people that are actively looking for the product or service that you are offering. Where social media ads are a little bit different. Social media ads are based on the profiles and the behaviors of the users on those platforms. And they can be intrusive sometimes, because a social media ad will show up on a screen whether the user is looking for the solution or not. So that's why it's important to also understand the different types of ads and platforms and how we use them differently. Right, so in terms of advertising, businesses can offer text and banner ads on websites, as well as information pieces. And, the internet actually then allows advertisers to reach potential customers quickly and efficiently. We find people where they are hanging out online, and that's how ads are really, really effective. Pay-per-click ads are distributed on internet search engines like Google and other websites, which allows business owners then to reach potential customers through search terms related to their business, where we optimize for specific keywords in terms of the users or the people who are searching, in terms of their behavior and what the solutions they're looking for. So as the business then pays for each ad click, then costs are lower, and the affordability and reach of some of internet advertising puts even the smallest business owner in a position to compete with larger businesses. So it actually levels the playing field a bit in terms of how we can really effectively reach the right people. So businesses also use the internet to research competition. And internet search on a competing company results in articles and news and stories about the competition or your competition that may help business owners prepare for changes in the industry. So it's always crucial actually to know what your competitors are doing. And then we need you to consider what your online goal is. What are you trying to achieve online? Do you want to sell products, buy products? Do you want to advertise? Do you want to reach new customers, existing customers, or do you want to research your competitors? So where could you do all these different things online? Right, so no matter what, having an online presence will definitely help you as business owners and as marketers. So in this digital age that we are in, it's absolutely essential for your business to have an online presence. It goes without saying, and I think we've all figured that out now. That's why you're here today, so thank you for that. But whether it's a website, an e-commerce platform, a social media page, or a combination of all of these elements, it helps to in helping to keep your company online will really reap major benefits, because that's where your users are. That's where we are as users. Think about your own behavior. Where do you look for solutions and information? Now, even if your company does not conduct business online, even if your business is still very much an in-person business, or where you need to feed through the door and into your store, customers and potential customers are expecting to see you online, because they will often do research first before making that personal interaction or reaching out to your business. Now, if they don't see you there, if your potential customers and your current clients don't see you there, you could be losing out on the opportunity to increase your customer base and get the word out about your business. So on the screen, you'll see examples. Now, Inveli Designs have their own websites through Google Sites, and I'm not sure if you know that you can actually build a free website on Google if you use the Google My Business option. We'll cover more of that in another module, not today, but have a look at it. And Juma Art Tours use Wix, but both of these businesses have registered on Google My Business. So all businesses, no matter how small, should have a website. Right? It can be very basic. It can be a one-pager, but it should contain the fundamental information that your customers are looking for, both potential and existing clients, like your contact details. Where can they find you? What are the products that you do offer? So go and have a look. We're going to cover Google My Business in one of our modules coming up, so keep an eye. Register for that one too. Right, so then, sorry, I'm just looking at the chat and I'm seeing that Dylan Kolstad is also here. Hi, Dylan. She's the founder of Digital Marketing Academy, so thanks for joining us. It's always fantastic to see you online. Thank you, guys, and thanks for everybody else joining us. Keep the comments going. Right, so now, there are a few different ways for you to reach your customers online. You can use your own website, right? It's your own setup, where you run the platform. You determine the messages, you determine the calls to action, you determine what is the content that you publish on there. Or you could use social media, where you market your business and different demographics can find you. Social media is exactly that. It's a social platform where people come together to interact, to get involved in conversations. So there are different ways that you could be found online. And each of these different platforms play a different role in the touch points that you have with your consumers. You could have an e-commerce platform where you sell your products or services through an online platform. And you should list on online directories as far as you can. Now, online directories is an online list or a catalog of contacts or websites. So you make a note, that's an important one for you. Go and find those industry directories where you can actually list your business, where people can find similar businesses and services or complementary businesses or services, and then where you can show up to. And those directories refer traffic back to your website. So let's go through these platforms in a little bit more detail and how to set them up. Right, so if you aren't already convinced by now that having an online presence is going to benefit your business, then just have a look at some statistics, right? In Africa, there are 400 million internet users, which is second to China, right? And Africa makes up 10% of the global retail sales with an estimated value of around 75 billion, and around about by 2025. So in 2017, Africa generated 16.5 billion from e-commerce alone, right? Now, we know a lot has changed since 2017, right? And people are now more online than ever before since 2020, where we were all forced into digital transformation. But, and so these numbers have definitely increased. But which e-commerce platforms are out there and how do you get set up on one? So let's have a look at a few examples. So an e-commerce platform allows online businesses then to manage their website, their marketing, their sales, and their operations in one place. And e-commerce platforms are the backbone of any online retail enterprise, which allows front end and back end to work in tandem and efficiently. So e-commerce platforms then help bridge B2B or B2B exchanges. Now, here's the thing about digital marketing. So we as businesses, and you who represent businesses or own businesses, have certain goals that you're trying to achieve. But your clients, your potential clients, your consumers have a problem that they're trying to find a solution for, which you have the solution, right? Your services and products offer the solution that they are looking for. But effective digital marketing bridges that gap between what consumers are looking for, what they need and want, and what your business objectives are. So we don't just market to our consumers from the business objective point of view. We bridge the gap with meeting them in terms of their needs. Right, so coming back to e-commerce platforms, Now, e-commerce platforms don't just support, they are a growth enabler through which an organization can expand its e-commerce offering and provide seamless customer experience, and also then control the destiny of the users, control the path they follow and the journey they follow on your website. So let's look at Amazon as an example. Right, so Amazon is an online retailer, but it also allows individuals and businesses to sell and display their products online. Right, so Amazon has become one of the largest or the largest online e-commerce retailer and one of the most powerful brands in the world. Another African example is Konga. Konga is Nigeria's largest online mall, and they launched in 2012, July 2012, and the mission was to become the engine of commerce and trade in Africa. Another example is Jumia. Now, Jumia allows customers to buy products like cell phones, shoes, and groceries online. Now, these are just a few of many out there. And setting up these platforms are fairly simple. It can be very complex, but it can be fairly simple, right? So let's have a look. Now, you can also set up an account on an online marketplace. Let's look at Kili Mall. Kili Mall is an online shopping mall in Africa. It's Kenya's largest online shopping mall. Think about Bid or Buy in South Africa. It's an online marketplace where people trade and sell, businesses and individuals. Both businesses and individuals use Bid or Buy as a marketplace. Gigi is another Nigerian online marketplace similar to Bid or Buy, and anything from vehicles, properties, health, beauty, tools, services can be bought on those platforms. So let's then have a look. Right now, another way is to have an online business or list on an online business directory. So a business directory is a website or in the old days, remember the yellow pages we had earlier, many years ago? I don't know if some of you can still remember yellow pages, or maybe I'm giving my age away, but a business directory is similar to the yellow pages we had earlier. Now, it's a website or a printed listing of information which then lists businesses within niche-based categories, right? Now, they can be categorized by niche, location, activity, or size, right? And then the business may be compiled either then manually, where you list your business on these directory, or through an automated online search software. But this is very important for you to find those business directories where you can list your business, because those business directories redirect traffic through to your site, and those redirected traffic or referred traffic is a major search engine optimization factor, which can help your site to rank higher organically. Right now, these directories then help that your customers can find your business easily, both B2C and B2B, right? So in the slides and in the comments, Nelson will just put a business directory link in there for you, which is the Africa business page, or you'll see it on your screen. Go and explore. Go and make sure that your business is listed so that your consumers can find you in every possible way and wherever they are looking for the solutions. Right, so how do we get listed on these online directories? Right, so it's fairly simple. It can be time consuming to find all of these directories, but there are lots of different directories out there and you could use, but the process is kind of similar for most of them. Right, so when you find a directory that you would like to list on, you register your business details and explain what your business does, which industry or sector it is in, what is the actual location, which country and region do you serve, because not all businesses serve, globally or internationally. So it's important to list that. And your contact details. We want your consumers, your clients, to find you in every possible way. So make sure that all contact details are listed as far as possible. And you will need personal details to set up an account. Right, so thank you for the link in the comments. So go and visit the africabusiness.com directory and go and list your business so that your consumers can find you. Right, so let's then look at the value of social media. Now, with the right marketing plan, you can also use social media platforms to create successful campaigns and increase sales, drive brand recognition, and customer service. Because your social media platforms bring a human element to your business where you can engage with your consumers on a more personal level. Because guess what? Even in this digital era that we are in, people still buy from people. People still want to feel that they are not a number. They are a real person. Now, Dylan Kolstad always says, I love using this quote from her, behind every like, comment, click, share, website visitor, there is a real person. So we are marketing to real people. And social media can help you to maintain that human element with your users. So setting up a business social media account varies across different platforms, but the steps are very similar. Right? So sign up, you create your business profile, add pictures, create your username, add your business details. Remember that in digital marketing, all paths lead back to your website. So your social media platforms and whichever platforms you choose should always direct traffic back to your website, because that's where people can find your business, your products, your information 24/7. Right? Your website is your 24/7 sales rep, and all these different channels are tools to get our users to where we want them to actually go and find how to contact us so that sales can happen. Right, so most social media websites provide a landing page and a guide how to set up your account. So different social media can then help you connect with different types of audiences. So it's worth doing some research before you pick one or two social media platforms, because the users on those platforms, their behavior is completely different. What they do on those platforms are completely different. Right, so I'm just going to pause for a moment. Are there any questions at this stage? We'd love to hear your questions. So, let us know any questions that you may have. There is a bit of a delay, so I'm just going to give a moment that you can type in your questions. We'd love to hear your questions. This is your time, and we are here to serve you. So we'd love to know if you have any specific questions. I don't see anything in the chat yet, but yes, it will be good. If they are, we'll come back to the questions a little bit later on, but at any time, please feel free to keep them coming in the chat and we will answer them as we go along. I don't see any yet, but you are welcome to let us know. Right, so now let's look at how to develop your e-commerce offering. Now, what is a domain? Step one in terms of getting your e-commerce offering out there is to pick your domain. Right? A domain is the name of a website, and this is what your customers, your clients will use to find you. So when you buy a domain, you then purchase the name of your site so that other people cannot use it. You reserve that name so that it only belongs to your business. But then you will still need to build a website. So reserving the domain only saves the name, but it doesn't give you a website yet. So then after that, you will create your website. But once you've picked your domain, there are many sites that you can use to register your domain on. There are Africa domain and Google domains, and just there are a whole lot. You can use Headsna, or it used to be Headsna, it's Xnilo now. Many different tools that you can use to then buy your domain and reserve it. Right, so then a domain name can be any combination of letters and numbers, and it can be used in combination of the various domain name extensions like .com, .net, .co.za, depending on where your business is located. If you plan to go international, it's a good idea to try and reserve the .com first, because it doesn't just limit you then to a certain country, and you can then scale globally going forward. Right, so no two websites have the same domain name. If someone types in www.yourdomain.com, it will go to your website and no one else's. So it cannot be duplicated. Right now, computers use IP addresses, which are a series of numbers, but it's difficult for humans to remember strings of numbers. Now, because of this, domain names were developed and used to identify entities on the internet rather than using IP addresses. Right, so there are lots of names then that you can, as we mentioned, to register your domain. There are a lot of platforms to do that, but now you need to secure your name, right? So which you pick is entirely up to you. Some of the platforms have added functions like website builders. So depending on which one you choose, you can reserve your domain name, buy your domain name, and then also build your website straight on the same platform. Others include, there are many types of sites out there that you can use, and we're going to go through a few of them, in a few seconds. Now, step 2 then, so you've chosen your domain, registered your domain, chosen your name. Now, step 2 is to build your website. So building your website then used to require previous years, a few years ago, that you knew how to code, right? But those days are past. Actually, anybody can now create a new website by using some of the website builder tools. And there are many of them available. Now, whether you own a small business or you're looking to create your own blog, website builders make it so that you don't have to hire a web designer to have a professionally designed site. Yes, if you want a lot of detailed functionality on your website and a little bit more detailed information on there or interactive functionality, then yes, a developer specializes in that. But many of these entry-level website builders are great for any type of business to get online and build your own website. Right, so they make it easy for you with very little effort or zero coding skills. And by using these website building platforms, anyone can achieve a professionally designed site because they usually have templates. The design elements are done already, and you can then customize. Examples are like Wix, as an example. You can even, I don't know if you know that, but you can build a website through Google My Business or Google My Business and Google Sites. Or there are tools like Squarespace. There are many, many different types of tools that you can use. Shopify has an option where you can build your own site. Right, so as I mentioned then earlier, templates are a big part of what make these website builders then easier for you to use, or you can build your website from scratch. But a template actually gives you the basic structure and the design of your website already. And it's all in the right place. The coding is done on the back end. And all that you need to do is tweak what's already there and what is visible to the consumers or the users, and then bring it to life. And also bring it in line with your vision for your website. Now, very important, you need to ask the question first, why do I have a website? What do I want my users to do? What are the actions I want them to take? Do I want them to contact me? Do I want them to complete a form? Do I want them to buy my products online? So keep that in mind before you start designing a website. Now, if you can find a template that comes pretty close to what you want your website to look like, then the work of customizing it is so much simpler. There are many websites that guide you through the process for different industries and different types of businesses. Thank you, Nick, for the comment. There's a great article on CMS website builders, and I'm sure you'll post the link in a moment. Thank you for that. Always great to get tips from everywhere. Share your tips, please. That is great. If you've used any tools before that have worked for you, it's awesome if we can use this space to share our knowledge with one another. Right, then step 3 in building your website is then actually adding the content. Now, the content we are talking about is the text on your website, the images, the videos, and any other media that you want your visitors to see when they come to your site. Right, so this can help your customers, your visitors, your existing and potential new customers to understand what your business is all about. And what products do you offer? What services do you offer? And also, who are the faces behind the business? So it's a good opportunity to introduce your team and who the people are that they will be dealing with. And it can help them make the buying decision. Right, so again, the example on your screen, Juma Art Tour uses Wix as an example. So Wix is a fantastic tool, and they have all the elements built in already that you may need going forward. Right, so there are a few things to take in mind in terms of best practices when you are creating content for your website. Remember that we build websites for people. We build our websites for our consumers. This is where they find information about us, right? But it can be tempting to make your website all about you or the information all about your business or your brand. But you need to think like your consumers, right? It will resonate so much more with your visitors if you think about their needs first. What is the solution that they're looking for? Why did they come to your website in the first place? So don't make it all about you and your brand. Make it about your consumers and how you can show up to make them the hero in their story, right? You are just a guide to help them find the solution that they're looking for. Now, that doesn't mean that in your web copy or the content that you don't communicate what you do. That's the point, right? The point is to tell people what you do, but try to frame it in such a way that it focuses on what you do help your consumers to solve their problems or make their lives better. So think about your business. How do you make the lives of your consumers and your clients better? What do you do? Which problems do you solve for them? Even if you are in fashion, right? What is the problem you solve for your consumers? It's not about clothes. You're actually not selling clothes. You're selling an image. You're selling, feeling good to your consumers. That is the problem that you're solving, right? So I need you to think like your consumers. Always think about their needs and how you show up to help them achieve success, whatever success looks like in the context of your products and services. Then, very important, you need to know what your competitors are doing. Figure out your unique positioning. What makes you unique? Why would your consumers choose you or your clients choose you? Right? Then take a little time to research what other websites are doing and who are the ones out there, which websites do similar things than what you are doing. Right? And then think again about what makes you different and why should your consumers choose you above your competitors? Then highlight that. Highlight what makes you special in your website copy so that your visitors, your consumers know why they should stick around. So a very good idea for you is to learn search engine optimization. Google Digital Skills do offer search engine optimization courses for free. And search engine optimization is how you increase your chances of ranking in search engines when people are looking for what your website offers. We all want to be on number one in terms of the search engine result pages when our users are looking for us. But in order to get that to that number one spot, you need to optimize your website. So before you write your website copy or content, it's actually worth your while to learn how to write the website copy so that you incorporate search engine optimization tools in and best practices for that on-site optimization on your website into what you write on each page. A little bit later, Nelson will give us the links to where you can find all these additional courses and learning materials, and also the SEO course that is available for free in Google Digital Skills. Right, okay, so now there are many plugins that you can also use on your e-commerce website. So plugins are additional tools that are available to enhance the functionality on your website. So you can, in most of these platforms, most of these templates like Wix or, there are many types of, plugins like WooCommerce on WordPress as an example. So what they do is you can add little promotion and discount code tools to your site. Right, all of these are done via plugins, so it's not all of it is stock standard. You will have to add these plugins into the functionality of your site to offer it to your users, or make it easy for them to buy your products online and check out and pay. There are many search engine optimization plugins available on WordPress, for example. Yoast is one of the best ones on WordPress. Very user friendly. You don't need to be a specialist in search engine optimization to understand how to use it. And it'll actually help you to to optimize your site so that search engines can actually find your content. There are plugins that help with email marketing integration. So when users, if there's an option on your website for them to sign up to your email marketing or your newsletter, then those plugins can actually help to automate those processes so that those email addresses are then pulled into your email marketing platform, and you can start that communication process with your users. Or you can add plugins with multiple payment options. So these are different types of plugins that are available depending on, again, what is the objective of your website? What are you trying to achieve with your site? And these plugins will help you to achieve those objectives. Right, so there are on your screen, you will see where you can download these plugins. As I mentioned earlier, WooCommerce is available. So there is a lot of digital downloads that is available on WordPress, as an example. And you can then add all of these elements to just make the processing or your customer journey on your website so much smoother and easier to get your users to the solution that they're looking for. Right, so then very important is to always make sure that your website is mobile friendly. Mobile is where users are looking for information. Think about your own behavior, right? Now, 2.4 billion people will shop online worldwide by the end of 2021, right? And 21 million online shoppers, currently are shopping online across Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya as we speak. And 50% of consumers shop more on mobile than in store. So one of the biggest SEO, or search engine optimization, ranking factors is mobile responsiveness on your site, on your website, and making that your site is sure that your site is mobile friendly. Very, very important. Make sure that you test your site. Go onto your mobile, visit your website from your mobile, and test whether it is actually mobile friendly or not. But there are technical tools that can help you test the mobile friendliness of your website. Right, so there is a tool, you'll see it on the screen, and we will post it in the comments for you in a second. There's test if your site is mobile friendly or not. It's a free tool by Google, the Test My Site, and then it will check whether your consumers can actually find your website online and if it is responsible, or mobile responsive or not. So use that tool. You can actually do it right now. Go and test if your site is mobile friendly. So you enter your website domain and it will run a diagnostic test for you there and then. Right, I don't see any questions in the chat, but let me just pause for a moment. If there are any questions right now, you're welcome to let us know. So just before we move on, just checking if there are any questions. I don't see anything. Nelson, I'm not sure if anything is, if there are any questions on your side, but I am now going to hand you over to Nelson, who will take us through the social media slides and how to utilize social media then as a channel to drive sales. Thank you, Nelson.
Welcome, everybody. I'll be walking you through utilizing social media to drive sales. We'll discuss the different strategies that you can use and what the different social media platforms mean for your business. So I just want to ask a question. As you can see on the screen, how can social media benefit your business? Please feel free to answer and comment below. We haven't been getting many questions and inquiries and some interactions. So please feel free to ask any questions you might have. We're here to serve you, as Emma said earlier. So yeah, please feel free, don't be shy. And yeah, let's get some interaction. All right. Let's elaborate a bit on the value of having a social media account as well as social media marketing, because these two go hand in hand. I want to discuss a bit about the benefits of using social media and social media advertising. So one of the benefits will be sales. You're able to reach new audiences and create new opportunities. You can add value to your brand, raising your customer service levels, start a two-way conversation, gain valuable customer insight as well. As Emma said, so Facebook has different tools where you can look at insights. Instagram has also business tools where you can look at insights, how your customers have performed over a certain period, over a certain month. How did you do last month? How did you do last year? So yeah, it adds value to your brand and you're able to gain valuable customer insight as well. It helps you to improve your marketing. So you're able to target specific types of customers. You're able to build relationships and networks, either if you're a business-to-business company or if you're a B2C company as well, and you're able to build your own community by using groups, Facebook groups. You could make groups on Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can also create newsletters and stuff like that. So it helps you to stay competitive and on top of your game. So let's discuss how to set up a social strategy. So we've got the different topics we're going to talk about is how to build your audience, how to define business goals, discuss a bit about the social platforms, what is your tone of voice on social media, and what is success defined for you or your business. Whether you're a coffee shop, what is success for you? Bringing in more clients, just creating a community. What does success mean for you when using social media? Right, let's discuss defining the strategy. When defining a strategy, you should always have your customer at heart. So who is your audience? What are they interested in? Who and what influences them? And when are they usually online? That's one of the best parts, especially when creating content plans, when putting out content for your clients. When are they usually online? Which social media do you use? Because obviously when we discuss now, the different platforms are not always suited for your business. So if you're a finance company, maybe Facebook is not suited for, maybe Instagram is not suited for you, maybe you should push LinkedIn. So we're going to discuss that and how it affects your business, and which social media platform is best for your business. Let's discuss how to define goals. So next you need to consider your business goals so you can build steps to achieve them. So a business goal could be give better customer service, grow brand awareness, generate more sales, or to get more people on your site. So as Irma said earlier, your website needs to be optimized because that's where people go to the most. All things lead to the website. So next you need to consider the social media platforms. What is the features? What features does it offer? Does it align with your goals that you just made earlier? Are your target audience active on the platform? And there's some things that you can consider as well. Is the platform business focused, or is it lifestyle focused like Instagram, business focused like LinkedIn? Or you can start with one, test them out, try and learn, by posting, see what happens. Do you get more likes on this? So try to create a strategy around there. And then the different channels do need different strategies. So like I said, Facebook needs a different strategy. LinkedIn, you need to be more business minded. Instagram, you can show, like they don't have to say, Instagram is more lifestyle. You can show how your team works, or just fun activities with your team, stuff like that. So you need to identify what the social media platforms mean for your business. So understanding the tone of voice. The tone of voice applies to creating any piece of content and communicating with your audience online. Tone of voice reflects your brand's personality and helps you to connect with your audience and makes you different from the rest. So consider creating some brand guidelines, especially when you're starting out. Is your logo, your fonts and your colors, your tone of voice, your personality, or your hard-hitting, or your fun brand, the do's and don'ts, and the styles of your images. So knowing that will definitely help you. Next, you need to define what success means for your business. So set out goals that are specific to your business and how you can measure whether you've succeeded or not. So these could be, were there a growth in sales traffic? Did you improve in your customer services? Have you improved your ratings? Did you increase brand awareness, reach, the number of mentions? So yeah, when discussing or defining success, make sure what success means for your business. So let's ask again, which social media platforms does your business use? Please, I really love to know. I'm going to wait. There is a bit of a delay, so I'm going to wait a few seconds just to see if anyone can answer this question. Which social media platforms does your business use? I'd love to know. And please list what is your business and which social media platforms do you use? Ooh, come on, guys. Don't be shy. All right, I'm going to move on to the next slide, where we just discuss a bit about the social media platforms and what they mean and what they can bring your business as well. So if you do want to answer the question, please feel free, don't feel shy. Again, the question is, which social media platforms does your business use? All right, let's discuss Twitter quickly. So Twitter is Facebook and Insta, Mr. Idris. Asset management company, consulting, LinkedIn. Yes, you've got LinkedIn, amazing. Mr. Idris Syed, I know, is from Epson Motors. They use Facebook, amazing. So any other answers, please feel free to comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. So let's just run through. Oh, there we go. It's coming in. Okay, there we go. Alma Melville, Facebook using cleaning services, amazing. Lisa, thanks, Lisa. There we go. There they're coming. Just needed a little push. Okay, awesome. Let's move on. So let's discuss Twitter and what Twitter means for your business. So Twitter is good for quick conversations and PR, public relations management. You can create a professional looking profile, header image, and you can create an at name that you can use across all different platforms. You can get noticed and join conversations by using relevant hashtags. You can ask questions, run polls, you could retweet and create engaging content with your customers. And you can also pin tweets from your customers through user-generated content and things like that. So let's discuss Facebook. So Facebook is great for helping customers find out and see what your business is about. A little bit of stats here. 2.5 billion monthly active users. I see there would be answered there. Amazing. So 2.5 billion monthly active users on Facebook. So, and it can link to your main website as well. You can add your opening hours, contact details, etc. And you can change the call to action button. So you can do shop now, you can say contact, you can say buy now, you can use gifts, you can use videos to generate interest and shares. So Facebook is definitely visual, especially if you have a restaurant business like the example shown, or coffee business, or if you have a car company. It's definitely visual, and it gives a bit of insight into your potential clients and what your business is about, how your processes are handled, and what you guys do. Let's discuss Instagram. So Instagram is a great place to draw people's attention with visuals. It's a place to share photos and videos, anything from new products to a day at the beach. So a lot of our clients use Facebook and Instagram intertwinedly. They use them both at the same time. And yeah, so both platforms could be used similarly, but Facebook is definitely a good place to start when you are starting out with social media, and then you could branch out to the rest, depending on your business. So with Instagram, again, you can use photo captions to tell a story and get people interested. But yeah, go easy on the hashtags as well. You can follow influencers, brands, or other people that you find interesting on Instagram. And you can also follow your competitors to give you a bit of competitive edge and see what they're doing, what's successful for them. And it can help you with your research as well. So let's discuss LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great way for recruitment, and building a professional network or connecting with your peers. You can create a personal or a company page. You can add a profile. You can encourage your employees to become brand advocates, and you can make your company page search engine friendly. So go easy on the hashtags. Is that you don't want to. Let me go back to that, to the Instagram slide if we can. Okay, let's answer that. So go easy on the hashtags. You don't want to put too many hashtags that are not relevant. So if your photo is talking about, let's say you want to sell an art painting, you don't want to put irrelevant hashtags on there. So you don't want to say art of the day, or buy this art now. You want to put something that's relevant to your business. I watched a video from Social Media Examiner where they said you use 15 hashtags tops. 5 will be just hashtags that are around 1 million in terms of searches. So you have art, you'll have art of Instagram, art 2021, and then there. Irma's answered that. I was just about to say that. Thank you, Irma. I was just about to say that. Awesome. We can go back to LinkedIn. Thank you for the question again. I'm not sure who asked it. Let me just see. Trinity. Thank you again for the question, Trinity. I hope that we did answer that for you. Awesome. Thank you, Nick, as well, for your wonderful insights. So, back at LinkedIn, you can make your companies and your company page search friendly. You can generate interest by creating special showcase pages, and you can share product news and thought leadership. So my boss Dylan always bangs about thought leadership. So make sure you're competent in your industry. People always look at thought leaders within their industry and learn and trust them as well. So try and aim to be a thought leader, especially when you're on LinkedIn, and push that as well on LinkedIn. I just want to pause for any questions. So let's take some time just to answer any questions that you might have. Anyone who had a question from the first slide at the start, anything you'd like to know, I'm going to give you a minute. Please feel free to ask any questions that you might have. Let's go. Thank you, Lisa. You're learning. Again, guys, any questions that you might have, please feel free to ask them in the chat. see. See from Wasif, is there any ranking for free site builders to which ones to stay away from? So it definitely depends on from the first presentation. Cool. It definitely depends on the CMS that you use. It varies a lot. I just want to see again, free site builders. So if you're using WordPress, like Omar said, you could use tools like Yoast that will help you rank your pages easily. So if you are starting out with website building, rather use WordPress. Rather use sites, CMSs like WordPress and things that are easy. But if you are using Google Sites, I think it's very, very difficult to rank if you're not using tools that will help you get there. So when you are starting out, try to use WordPress. I think it's 150 Rand for a domain, and then you could go to Xnilo and just set up from there as well. So thank you, Emma, for answering the crawl question. Thank you, Wasif, for the question. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Colette, for that insight over there. Yeah, B2B is definitely very, very good. I mean, LinkedIn is very, very good for B2B. So is Twitter as well. So we did get a comment about that from Kelsey. Awesome. Any other questions, guys? Please feel free to ask. Okay, what are the next steps? You can learn more about today's session by clicking the link, Learn Digital Google Skills. Today's session is just the beginning. I just want to ask, what's one thing you will do or change following the session, and which will you implement first? I see Irma has shared the link. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Irma. You guys can click the link to find out more from the session. I think we've come to the end. Thank you guys so much for joining us on day one of our free Youth Day digital marketing courses. Tomorrow we'll be discussing using different tools on social media to grow online. And if you have any other questions, and if you'd like to find out any more info on the different other sessions that we might have, please feel free to ask that as well. I got a question from Colette. Yes, the next sessions will focus more on advanced skills. And then you can find us on social media as well. Thank you all for coming today. You can go on Twitter to find us at Digital Skills AF. On Facebook, you can find us at Digital Skills for Africa. Instagram, you can find us at Digital D Skills AF as well. Thanks, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Please feel free and drop in tomorrow for our other session where we'll be discussing using different social media tools. There we go. Thank you so much, Mr. William Rose. Thanks, Rich. Thank you guys for enjoying today's session. Thank you. Oh. Just hold on, guys. I'm just going to post some feedback links that you can access. So guys, please feel free to fill out these forms and we'll definitely get back to you. You could rate our service as well. And you can get your certificate. If you're only joining today, you can get your certificate by filling out these forms, and then we'll get back to you with your certificate. And again, for joining us today for these Google Digital Skills. Let's just see if there's anything else from my side. Anything else from your side, Emma, you'd like to add? Thanks, guys, again. We'll be logging out, and please do join us tomorrow for our session as well. Thanks, guys.